On today's episode of Pure Screen Gems podcast, it's time to start traveling with the Doctor and his companion, as I give you my thoughts and spoiler-filled review of the first episode of the new season of Doctor Who, entitled Space Babies, starting right now. Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Pure Screen Gems podcast, and especially a heartfelt welcome to all you Whovians and Nubians, since this is a review of the brand new season 1, episode 1 of Doctor Who Space Babies. Now, I've got to say that I am part of the Nubian clan, and frankly, it's about time. Now, I'm not saying that I'm brand new to the whole Whovian universe. I've known about Doctor Who since I've been probably a teenager, since the Tom Baker era, but I haven't been a regular viewer. Now, before I get into the spoiler-filled review, and by the way, this will be spoiler-filled, I'd like you to help me build this channel and this community by clicking on the subscribe button and liking this podcast and our YouTube channel and sharing this to everyone that you like. It's just a small click for you, but it's a big help for us here at Pure Screen Gems. With that down, these are my thoughts about our new Doctor. Ncuti Gatwa is the near perfect actor to play the Doctor for our time here in 2024. He has this knack of showing us what the universe is through the wonder of a child, through the eyes of a child, compared to the other doctors that we've had, where they keep their emotions close to the vest or even bottled up and always just trying to stay calm, trying to be logical about each situation, not getting excited by all the wonders that surround them, very blasé. You know what I mean? Whereas Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor is so infectious that he's such a breath of fresh air compared to the others are more serious. But this one, he really is the perfect or near perfect actor to start off this soft reboot, especially for someone who has hardly or never seen Doctor Who. And Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday, who's mostly acted in dramatic roles, especially in Coronation Street, really is highlighting her comedic chops, and brilliantly, as I might add. And both of these actors play off each other so well. It's so fun to see them react to each other. And as the new companion, we kind of go on this journey with her as a new viewer. We learn who the Doctor is, where he's from, what the TARDIS is, what TARDIS stands for, and we experience each and every wonder that we find alongside the companion and the Doctor. And what's funny is that since this is the beginning of a new season, a new series, a new episode, a new life, then we start with Space Babies. So it's the beginning, and it's funny, when I saw these babies, it made me think of Look Who's Talking. If you haven't seen this episode yet, you gotta see this episode before you go any further in this podcast. Because when you first see the first baby in a stroller and the stroller is moving, it's almost like a mini cart. And it's like, okay, how is this happening? And where does this baby come from? Is this baby alone? And like soon we find out, no, it's several babies. Now it's a baby farm. Now it's like they're all working together on the space station. And okay, where are their parents? And it's like, okay, and now the doctor and Ruby are there, and the babies are like, are you our mommy and daddy? Oh my god! And the faces on their, oh my god, the look on their faces is like, no, we're not your mommy and daddy. And the doctor says, well, when was the last time you had a hug? Never. Oh, and there you go. Here comes the hug fest. Here comes the hug fest. Oh, it was such an emotional moment. This is where I really realized that this doctor has his emotions on his sleeve, his heart on his sleeve, and this is not the kind of doctor that is going to keep his emotions in check. And I mean, even before they met the babies, they meet this creature, this monster, and it's like the first time he gets scared. Like, what happened? How come I got scared? I gotta say, the first time I saw the babies, it kind of creeped me out because, okay, what's the deal with that? And when I first heard the voice of Nanny, I said, what, Nanny? Like Wally? Okay. But later on, I understood why. But she was like their protector, but she had to be like apart from them to save them. But all in all, I enjoyed this episode. It was really good. And as I was listening to this episode and they kept calling the monster the Boogeyman, I thought it was their way of saying the Boogeyman, but no, it was really the Boogeyman. And as they were roaming the corridors, the bogey, as in boogie, as in a booger, as soon as Ruby got, let's say, slimed, yeah, okay, I understood, especially when at some point Nanny's told all the babies, okay, now it's time to blow your noses. That should have been a dead giveaway right there. The conversations that the doctors had with the babies, the fact that they're all special, they're all unique, just like him, since he is the only one left, the only Time Lord left. He's unique, he's special, he has no job, he has no parents, he has no world, but he has the whole universe as his playground. He can go anywhere, he can practically do anything, and he's happy. And he also said that he was adopted. And there is right there a connection between him and Ruby, where Ruby was also a foster child, which was revealed in the Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road. Which, by the way, if you guys have not gotten on board with this series yet, I do suggest that you go and watch The Church on Ruby Road, which is where Ruby Sunday is introduced, and which is also a good way to be introduced to the new doctor. When one of the babies decides to put it in his head and go after the Boogeyman, I said, oh my god, what's gonna happen? I mean, Ruby is frantic with worry and fright and, oh my god, we gotta go after this little baby. And out of nowhere, okay, they get him, but they're still cornered by this Boogeyman. And they don't know how to get out. And right out of nowhere, you see this flamethrower, and it's the other babies to the rescue. It's like the baby cavalry. That was something I did not expect. Oh my god, it was so good. That was like, yes, way to go. You know, I mean, that just showed me that it's not always going to be the Doctor to the rescue. It's not always going to be Ruby to the rescue. You're going to have unexpected heroes in this series. And it shows that now that Disney has acquired the rights to Doctor Who, the budget has upped even more, and the quality of the show shows even in this first episode, but it showed even more in the 4 specials. All I can say is I am definitely hooked for the long haul. Just so you know, Disney has already dropped the first 2 episodes, the second of which I will review and will drop a separate episode very soon. So watch out for that. I've always liked series that dealt with time travel. It's just that it took me a long while before I got on board with Doctor Who because there was so much baggage and I didn't know when to get on board because this started in 1963 and I remember watching episodes here and there when it was the Tom Baker era, but it was kind of foreign to me a little bit. Now that the modern era came back in, again, I watched it from time to time, but it was a little convoluted a little bit for me. But now that it came back, I'm really glad that it's there on Disney Plus, and I'm definitely going to watch more of this. And even after this series is done, or this season is done, I will go back and watch the modern era to be a little bit more, not up to date, but a little bit more knowledgeable. Anyways, this is a big 2 thumbs up for me, and I'm definitely going to watch the rest of this season. So let me know what you think about this season of Doctor Who. Let me know what you think about this episode, Space Babies. I'd like to know about what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like about this. So don't be shy. Write down your comments down on the comments below on YouTube. Until next time, have fun time traveling with the Doctor. Bye bye.